Stressed out about registering for an upcoming Run Disney race? You're not alone. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name's Lindsay, aka SwishWilly, and I talk about all things Disney. So if you're into that sort of thing, please make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified each time I make a new video. Even seasoned veterans signing up for Run Disney races still get a little bit of stress and anxiety when it comes to registration day. Everybody wants to get in for the race that they want to sign up for. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is the 100% stress-free way, but this is definitely a way to make it a little bit more seamless and know that you are well prepared for when registration opens. Now, the biggest tip I have for you is to make sure that you already have a Disney account. It does not need to be a Run Disney account because Disney has this thing called a One ID where you only need one Disney account to access several websites. So if you already have a Shop Disney account, if you have your My Disney Experience account, if you have, heck, an abc.com account, that email and password combination will gain you access into the Run Disney accounts. If you don't currently have a Disney account or you're unsure if you have a Disney account, what you're going to want to do is first step is to head to runDisney.com. When you get to runDisney.com, if you scroll all the way to the right of that top navigation bar, you'll see an area that says Help and Support. You're going to click on that. Now when that drop-down list appears, you're going to want to go down that list and click on Manage Account. Now what'll happen is you'll either get this landing page that says, oops, you need to log in, or what'll happen, it will automatically prompt you to log into your Disney account. Now again, if you don't have one or you're unsure, simply click Create an Account listed on the bottom of that prompt. Now once you're there to create an account, you're just going to want to follow the prompts and fill in the fields as requested. There will be areas that are listed as optional, such as middle name and gender. Now while to create your account, you don't need to input these as they are optional fields. I do recommend that you select your gender as you're going to need to select that anyway during the Run Disney registration. After you input the fields such as name and email address, you're then going to want to input your home address. You can be an international and have a Disney account, so don't feel afraid whenever you have to click country. You don't have to worry and select United States. You can genuinely pick what country you're from. International runners are always welcome at the Run Disney in-person events. Once all that's inputted, you just click on Create Account and you're done. Yes, creating a Disney account is absolutely free. Now, if you already have a Disney account, you want to make sure that all of your information is as up-to-date as possible, especially your home address, because that is how they're going to track you and verify your identification when you check in at the Run Expo to get your bib. Now, a way for you to check this out is also if you go into that same area that I mentioned before with Help Support, go down to Manage Account, log in, and when you get there, you're going to want to click on your name that's listed at that top right corner, and then you're going to want to select My Profile. Once that pop-up comes up when you click on Manage Profile, you'll see things like you can change your phone number, you can change your address, you can change your name, and you can even change your gender. Once you fix all that up, you simply need to hit Done. And now you're all set. So I actually highly recommend that you do this a couple of days in advance just to know that you already have that set up. I mean, you could do it technically about an hour before if you really wanted to cut it close. I highly recommend just doing it as soon as you have time to do so. Now, when you're logged in, it's going to bring you to your Run Disney dashboard. Now, you cannot register for events straight from your Run Disney dashboard, so after you log in, I highly recommend that you go right back to runDisney.com. Now, once you hit runDisney.com, you're going to get into the main landing page. You see a girl running in a Cinderella costume that says Every Mile is Magic, and right above that on the top navigation bar, your first option is going to be Events. You're going to want to select that. And once you select events, you're going to scroll down that list and pick the race weekend that you're looking to register for. As of me filming this video, only the Wine and Dine registration is currently open, so the examples you're going to see is for that race in particular. With that being said, registration is going to run very similarly, almost identically to this. The only difference is there might be different race challenges and race distances. But don't fret because it's all going to translate the same way. Once you click on your specific event race weekend that you want to register for, you're going to end up on that event landing page. Now, when you look at the navigation bar that's listed right underneath the main banner of that event, you want to make sure that Weekend Overview is underlined in blue. And once Weekend Overview is underlined, you're going to scroll down until you see a bunch of different blocks that are showing the different race distances. Some might say sold out, some might say register now. It really just depends on what's happening, or if it's not open yet, it's going to say registration opening soon. Once your registration is open, you're going to see a box that says register now, and that's going to be in green font. You're going to want to click on that, and it's going to direct you right to the registration site. Now, if you're already logged in, it's not going to prompt you to log in. It's just going to automatically bring you to the registration page. That is why it is very, very important to have already been logged in and have already created your account, because everything will already be there. Now, if it is right at 10 a.m. when the registration opens, the likelihood of you being smack dab in the middle of a queue is highly likely. Now, the queues look like this. Don't stress out if it says that you are in line for approximately an hour. It may take less time than that. It might take an hour. However, they're just circulating through all the different races and registrations that's going on at the time. Remember that every single person has clicked register now at the same time. If you are stuck on this queue screen, the number one thing that I can tell you is to not refresh. If you refresh, you are restarting and putting yourself in the back of the line. So please make sure that you remember, do not refresh. It may look like it's not having any sort of movement because it said about an hour for about 15 minutes or so already. Don't stress about that. I promise you it is counting down and it will update as soon as that timing updates. I'm gonna tell you now that the most stressful part of this registration is this queue. As soon as you see about an hour as your wait on the queue, the first thing you're going to automatically think is, my race is gonna be sold out by the time I get there. Don't stress about it, because it doesn't necessarily mean that every single person ahead of you that is causing this hour-long wait is registering for the same race. Now trust me, it's a very, very natural reaction to stress out like that. Even I stress out like that, and I've done this several times. So just make sure you try and keep your calm as much as possible. Okay, we've successfully made it through the queue. Now it is our turn to register. So what's gonna happen is it will redirect you automatically to the registration landing page. You'll be able to tell you're there because it's going to have the banner of the race weekend that you're trying to register for. And right underneath, it's going to have the list of the available races to sign up for. Now, if you do end up in the back of the queue, yes, there is a chance that your race may be sold out. If it's sold out, it's going to be grayed out and says this event is full. Everything that's available will be available to click, and you'll actually see a price listed on the right-hand side. If there's no price listed, it's probably because it's sold out. So another tip for you, have a backup of what the other race you might want to do in case your race is currently sold out. That's something I have to think about as well, because I want to sign up for the Goofy Challenge. So if that challenge is sold out, I have to really prioritize what races I want to do first. When you get to this screen, you're going to be like, all my stuff is already inputted here. Your name, your address, your email, everything like that will already be populated. And that's because you updated your Disney profile. So yay for progress.
Time out.
Sorry, future me here. I forgot to put this in here. You can actually choose whether you are signing up for yourself or for anybody else in your family or a friend. So if you actually click on that I am registering with the drop down box, you can click on exactly who you're registering for. Once your registration is complete, you can go and register for somebody else on your same Disney account. It's just going to take a little bit longer because you have to manually input all of their information as opposed to it being auto-populated with their Disney account.
Time in.
The things that you will need to keep your eye on is certain parts of it where it's going to say your shirt size. You need to select what size shirt you're going to have. So women's sizes run from extra small to double extra large. Men's shirt sizes start from small to double extra large. As you scroll down, runDisney does require that you have an emergency contact. In case anything happens to you during the race, they need to be able to associate your account, your bib number, and yourself with your emergency contact so they know exactly who they need to reach out to immediately. This is a very, very, very important one, so please make sure that if you have an emergency contact, it's someone who can get to you in a good matter of time. Then you'll have selections like, are you going to be running in a military division? Are you running with a disability? Then you have to select that yes, you understand the proof of time requirements. You're planning on running the half marathon in under 2 hours. You have to prove proof of time from a previous race. Now each race is different as to when they need that proof of time to be validated by. There's going to be a very specific date range that proof of time needs to fall between. Make sure that you are double checking what those times are for your races. The better your proof of time, the better your corral placement will be. Nobody really wants to be in that last corral. It's going to ask you what your anticipated race time will be. Now, if you are doing a challenge, it will probably ask you for your estimated pace range for the 10K. It'll ask you random questions based on the event that you are trying to register for. Is this your first marathon? Is this your first half marathon? Have you ran a Run Disney race before? Are you a cast member? Are you an annual pass holder? Are you a Disney Vacation Club member? All that stuff. So basically you just click yes or no. Now, once you click next step, you're going to stay on that same page, and underneath it will probably be loading commemorative item purchases that you can pre-order. The only problem with these pre-order items is that you don't know exactly what they look like. So it's basically just going to be like a red Run Disney bag. So you are taking a little bit of a gamble if you do pre-order these. However, it does save a lot of time at the expo because those Run Disney merchandise lines are so long. They can take forever to get in, and the checkout line can take forever to get out. If you already know that no matter what it looks like, you need something and you want something that's going to commemorate that run weekend, go for it. Now, you don't have to do any of these purchases. You can just skip right over that and click next step again. When you click next step, you're still going to be on the same page. It's just going to load more things on the bottom. First thing you're going to see is that it's going to ask you if you would like to donate to the Second Harvest Food Bank. If you don't know what Second Harvest Food Bank is, I am definitely going to be linking that below. It is a fantastic foundation that I have worked with in the past here in Canada, so I highly recommend that you check it out. I'm by no means telling you have to donate, but it's definitely worth checking what Disney is supporting. Now, it also is asking you, do you have a promo code? I personally have never ever seen a promo code for Run Disney, but I just might not be in that lucky bucket that gets promo codes. But if you have one, you would put it there and click apply. You do want to make sure that you read that participant waiver acknowledgement before you click yes, I've read it, because if you click yes, you've read it, they're going to assume that you read it. So make sure you are familiar with what that says. Once you're all set, you're going to want to click on I'm ready to pay. Your wallet's gonna hurt, folks, but I promise you're going to have the time of your life at these Run Disney events. I highly recommend to do a quick once over of everything that was inputted above, which is great that you don't have to go back to another page. You can simply scroll up to check on all of your registration details, because once you click I'm ready to pay, you cannot go back and edit anything. And of course, to pay. You're gonna input all your credit card information, all that fun stuff that you're like, oh God, my wallet's gonna hurt. But once you click submit, you're gonna get an email straight from Run Disney saying, congratulations, you are registered for said race weekend, and they're looking forward to seeing you. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it was a huge help for you for your future registration for a Run Disney race. I'm looking forward to mine this coming Tuesday for the Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend happening this coming January. So fingers crossed that everybody gets to race the races that they want to race. Just a friendly reminder to make sure you hit subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Have an awesome day!